Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kenny Msokeri. In this video, I am going to talk about DNA. DNA profiling is very good. It can help to trace our ancestors, the origin of our ancestors. Like me, the origin of my ancestors, it shows they come from the Palestine. Now, because of that, DNA can help to rewrite our African history. Because of DNA profiling, it can help to understand or to know who built the Zimbabwe ruins and the Mahue ruins. Because of DNA profiling, it can help to understand our ancestors, the origin of our ancestors, like some of Zimbabwean people. The DNA profiling shows that their ancestors come from Australia. Now we can understand that now your ancestors, their origin from Australia. It is a good thing. Now, not wasting much time, I want you to listen very, very careful for the following video about DNA.
Recently, I've been checking out DNA videos, people doing their DNAs, really interesting. I did my DNA a few years ago. Well, I think it was a couple of years ago or something, or even last year. I can't even remember. But yeah, but what surprised me and shocked me is how when my African brothers and sisters do their DNA, I watched a few of the videos where they're so shocked of their results. I think they have this idea that if they are born in like Nigeria, Ghana, or Guinea or somewhere like that, they have this idea that their ancestry or their DNA must be like from those countries. It must be like 100%. Some of them have had views that they possibly had other DNA in their blood, like some woman from Fulani tribe. She had the idea that she may have some North African in her. She was quite right about that. But I think she was quite shocked there was hardly much Guinea in her. But the thing is, what I want to share here is the fact that DNA testing is still it's still young. It's growing. The actual understanding of it is growing, and people that do the DNA sometimes don't understand exactly what the process is and what's actually happening, and how they're sequencing and matching DNA. So I wanted to just say a couple of things, and also want to talk about my DNA. I saw this other guy, a young man. I was watching his video this morning, and he made me laugh because he was born in Nigeria. He's from the Igbo people of Nigeria, which is southeast Nigeria, and his DNA came up as 54% Nigerian, and he had a lot of DNA showing up in other countries, like I think it was I might get it wrong, so I'm not going to say, but basically it was other countries outside of Nigeria. But what I thought quite funny is the fact that I was born here in England, did my DNA, as I said, a year or so ago, and my DNA percentage, I'm actually not from Africa. I wasn't born in Africa. I was born here in England. My parents was born in the Caribbean. And I know black people from the Caribbean, we are descendants of enslaved peoples from West Central Africa and other places. And so I obviously expected African genetics to come up in my DNA. And what what not didn't really surprise me, but what came up is that my percentage of Nigeria is actually higher than this guy that was born in Nigeria. My percentage of Nigerian came up as 59%. His is 54. So I hope he sees this video. I'm just chuckling because to me, I've been light-hearted about it, because it just shows you either the DNA process is wrong, or that's just how it works. Because what it is it's showing you what your generations is, the DNA that's been passed down to you. And my DNA has been passed down from enslaved peoples, and those enslaved peoples' DNA seems to have come from that region of Nigeria. It doesn't say actually what tribe it is or wherever, but within that region of Nigeria and just outside of Nigeria is where a lot of my DNA goes to. Benin is one place also. I've got a lot in Benin, and also 15% in Mali. So what we need to understand is that Africans have migrated all over the place. They've not just stayed in one place, and there's been many wars in West Africa during the slavery period of 16th century to 19th century. But even before that, there were wars, and after the slavery ended, there were still wars going on. So you find out that Africans used to enslave each other, just like other nations throughout different times of history. And those that were enslaved within a community would actually intermarry, or the men would take wives from the slaves, and they would have children for them. So you see the crossing and mixing of DNA. And generally, Africans from West Africa, Central Africa, even though we say, oh, we're all different, we all different, and we all this and all that, generally, I think those peoples have been mixing. And I think if you go back far enough, the group becomes smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Just like, I'll give you an example of that, the Akan people that came, there's some people say they come out of Chad, or some people say they come from the Songhai Empire. As they pass through what we call Ghana now, they split up into groups, and they form different clans and different kinship groups. And over time, those clans and kinship groups becomes kingdoms, and those kingdoms becomes empires. Expect your DNA to go back outside of your nation. Now, another thing I need to explain is that you can't mix up DNA with nationality and politics. We call ourselves Nigerian, but Nigeria is just a country that was named by a white woman named Flora Shaw. So Nigeria is now, it's almost like getting a piece of string and putting it right around all these tribes. You've got about 250 ethnic groups or more than that within a group, and then you just put a string around it and say, oh, this is Nigeria now. And that's what it is. So you're thinking about nationality. When you're talking about Guinea, you're talking about nationality. It's not like an ethnic group. There is ethnic groups within Guinea, and there's ethnic groups within Nigeria, and there are ethnic groups within Jamaica, for instance. So you'll have black Jamaicans who are generally coming from West and Central Africa, their DNA, and some of them have got a mixture of European, Asian blood in them. And then you've got a small minority of people that comes from Syria, China, and different places. And that's the ethnic groups within Jamaica, but then they all become Jamaicans as a nationality. That's not an ethnic group, it's a nationality, because they're made up of different ethnic groups. You get what I'm saying? And so don't be surprised of what shows up in your DNA. I only have 1% of Welsh in me. So that means I'm 99% African in my DNA and my DNA makeup. That's not my nationality, that's not my culture. I'm not African in culture, but my DNA goes back to Africa, and that's how you have to look at it. So anyway, that's my little talk on DNA. I know there's a lot more, but in that DNA talk, I was trying to give you a little bit of history. I know there's a lot more to history than what I've just said, but I hope it's interesting. I'm going to be trying to put out more videos more frequently. So this is History on the Go. Please subscribe to my videos. I'm just a new channel. I'm a man that's been studying history for about 40 odd years, but I've just not uploaded anything on a regular basis, but I'm going to be doing more of that. So check it out. History on the Go. Please subscribe. Thank you.
It was loud and clear. Now, let me just sum up by reading from this book. I think you can see it clear. It's from Eric von Daniken, according to the evidence. my proof of man's extraterrestrial origins. Yes. Now let me just read quickly. Here you can see the DNA double helix, as you can see in this book. Okay, let me just quickly read here what this man is saying about DNA. With this harmonious forging of chains of nucleic acids, the double helix was formed. DNA that has become so famous, deoxyribonucleic acid, that is DNA, is the last chemical outpost before life, and at the same time nature's most brilliant idea. Every organism has its own original DNA, and each of these has a code in which all the characteristics of the species are entered. Each species is programmed in its uniqueness, but the incredible thing is that this complicated program is stored in each cell. Man, for example, carries his program around 50 billion fold in his 50 billion cells. 1 billion equals to 100 milliards. So DNA is the key to life. Yet what is life? It is said that life is always linked with an organism. In the simplest case, with the cell, an organism's metabolism and conversion of energy shows if it is living or not. So do its development and ability to reproduce, which functions constitute life. I think it was clear, loud and clear. So thank you for watching my video. I think you like it, you did understand what I'm trying to say. Thank you for watching my video. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, like it, share, so that when I upload my forthcoming videos, we are going to watch them again. Thank you.